River State government engaged citizens on breakdown and analysis of 2022 budget. President Muhammadu Buhari pledged to hand over stable democracy, revamped security to next administration. Plus, Senate moves to regulate payment of house rent. A very good evening to you and thank you for joining us on the news tonight. I am Achibombrasi. As part of international best practices, the Cross River State government is engaging the people on the breakdown and analysis of the state budget for the 2022 fiscal year to ensure transparency and show the direction of government. Paul Abel reports.
There has been the clamor by many to interrogate the state budget performance for some time now. And in order to satisfy the yearnings of the people, immediately after signing the 2022 appropriation bill into law on 31st December 2021, Governor Ben Ayade instructed state government budget handlers to open its activities to the public by posting the budget on its website, indicating the performance of the previous year's budget.
The 2021 budget had a figure of 281 billion naira approved, which was implemented up to the month of June. And in the month of June, inflation setting, COVID, and a few other unforeseen activities, and government decided to revise the budget. And then through the House of Assembly, the budget was revised to 240 from 281, and we had a variance of about a 41 billion naira. And the budget performed very well. Our personnel element of the budget performed 100% from the available data that we've collected so far. We feel that the budget, capital expenditure of the budget has performed averagely.
Others include provisions for sources of revenue and expenditure for the new budget, a breakdown of recurrent and capital expenditures in the various sectors, as well as ministries, departments, and agencies.
The big spenders in 2022 are the social sector. We're looking at the Cross River State government has made sufficient provision for the Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health has a lot of other departments under it. I think a provision of about 18 billion naira has been set aside for Ministry of Education and related services. And education also has is one of the big spender. Education has a total budget size of close to about 27 billion naira. And then industry also have a reasonable, although most of the industries are at their completion stage, so also have a good budget size. And then agriculture also has a very good budget size.
With the 2022 budget posted on the internet, non-governmental organizations, civil societies, the media and other concerned Nigerians can now interrogate the documents on public domain to build a better Cross River. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday in Abuja pledged his commitment to hand over a strong repositioned, agriculture-led, diversified, homegrown economy, stable democracy, and revamped armed and security forces to the next administration. Speaking at a dinner in honor of the 2022 Committee of Business, Political, Media and Civil Society leaders, the president said he was looking forward to completing his tenure in 2023, leaving a legacy for a united, peaceful and prosperous Nigeria with 24 years of uninterrupted democracy. Expressing delight on the new consciousness by the Nigerian elites to work together with the political class and civil society to build a better Nigeria, President Buhari noted that building consensus around issues of economy, national security, governance, and such other critical areas of national life is a sure path to the future to build. On the activities of the committee, the president acknowledged that he was aware that attendance at their inaugural meeting on Sunday cut across a broad section of the society, in the public, private sector, civil society, and the youth. The president lauded the group for rising above all unreligious divides for the common good, describing the feat as fantastic. President, who said he had wished the group had convened earlier, advised them to try and accommodate a few more interests in the next meeting as they take a deeper dive into national challenges and proffer workable and sustainable solutions for the near, medium, and long term. He told the meeting that despite the enormous problems inherited when he assumed office almost 7 years ago, he can look back with satisfaction that his administration has kept faith and has done well even amid dwindling resources for reasons that are well beyond the nation's control. The House of Representatives wants the Nigeria Customs Service to pay 20 million naira each as compensation to families of those that lost their lives following alleged shootings by customs operatives in Oyo and Katsina State in 2019. Also to be compensated are those injured during the shooting said to have occurred when operatives of the Nigeria Customs opened fire while in hot pursuit of smugglers. In adopting the recommendations as contained in the report of the committee by the Committee on the said incidents, which occurred in 2019, the House noted that since life cannot be replaced, compensation be awarded in monetary terms. The compensation was put at 20 million naira each to families of each victim, while those wounded in the shooting had to receive 2 million naira each. The total amount for the 14 persons killed and 14 injured, 390 million naira. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC Ogun State Command has arrested a couple for allegedly abusing and maltreating a minor and sister-in-law to the husband. Lekan Agbonde reports.
Parading the suspects, Ogun State Commandant NSCDC Kolawole Taiwo says the command arrested the couple following a distress call by a whistleblower from Okeyidi, Lantoro, Abeokuta, who informed the command about the inhuman treatment which the couple subjected the victim to. He said the command later took the 5-year-old girl to the state hospital Ijaya, Abeokuta, in collaboration with the State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development for medical attention due to the poor condition they met the child.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps Ogun State Command is to protect the rights of all Nigerians. To this end, we charge the general public to be careful of whoever their children live with.
The suspects, Hamed Hussaini and Latifat Hosseini, admitted the commission of the offense. They alleged that the victim was in the habit of stealing, and so they decided to leave her with a neighbor while they traveled to Igbora for prayers.
She's stealing, the habit of stealing, and she can go to anywhere, and we don't know where about.
She usually eats other children's food in the class, so we now decided that instead of her doing that and the parents will be complaining, she should stay at home.
Father of the victim, a farmer in Edo State, Fadipe Hussaini, said he decided to leave the victim, Saidat, with her sister and her husband for upkeep when his wife, mother of the victim, died a few years ago. In Abeokuta, Lekan Agbonde, NTA News.
Still on security, Nigeria's rich cultural heritage and tradition depicting the country's diversity came alive when the 2 Brigade Nigerian Army Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, held its 2021 Combined West African Social Activities WASA. Evelyn Badu Ekbo, who captured highlights, reports that the event was at the 6th Battalion Wellington Basi Barracks, Ibawa, Abak local government area of the state.
The West African social activities is an age-long tradition of the Nigerian Army to appreciate themselves, having served and conducted various exercises and operations while gearing up for activities and events of the new year. The event had officers and men of the command and other units, representatives of security agencies, government, traditional rulers, family and friends graced the occasion. It was not all about dancing. There was a debate by pupils of the Nawa school and a tug-of-war competition. Commanding Officer 2 Brigade, Brigadier General Mohammed Nuwa says WASA has helped to foster cordial civil-military relationships while calling for a sustained, harmonious relationship.
The colonial masters upheld this tradition in the Nigerian Army to command the confidence of soldiers and to foster esprit de corps. It may interest you to note that WASA has come to stay as an annual event all over the Nigerian Army.
Officers and men who distinguished themselves in the course of service in the categories of Best Army Officers, Best Dressed, Most Hardworking and Most Disciplined Officer were presented with awards. From Wellington Basi Barracks Ibawa, Evelyn Badu Epu, NTA News.
You are watching news reaching you from the studios of Nta Calabar. You can watch this newscast on our YouTube channel at YouTube/Nta Calabar. We'll go take a break now. See you shortly with more reports. Good to have you back. Senate is considering a bill that seeks to regulate the mode of payment of rent on residential apartments in the Federal Capital Territory. The bill, sponsored by Senator Smart Adeyemi, seeks to ameliorate the financial burden of paying house rent on residents of the Federal Capital Territory. It proposes that instead of advance rent payments of 1, 2 or 3 years, which encourages corruption, it should be on monthly basis as it is practiced in other countries. The bill will also provide legal window for the protection of tenants against exploitation by landlords.
Yearly tenancy has continued to breed corruption, immoral decadence, and huge inequality as low-income earners who cannot afford continually pay their rent engage in measures which are illegal or unlawful.
If this bill is made to come to life, even those who are homeowners, there is no use somebody struggle to pay you the first one and subsequently you are dragging almost every day.
Is whether it is just to ask the clerk of the Senate, whose salary is not up to 800,000 or maybe 400, to pay 2 million at once in advance. Where are you expecting him to get that money?
If government wants to ameliorate the sufferings of the masses, government can go into housing schemes, mortgage schemes, housing credit facilities, not control the business of private individuals. I therefore oppose vigorously this bill.
Those in favor that this bill be now read the second time say aye. Aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it.
The relocation of Ikot Uman Market, also known as 8 Miles Market, along the Murtala Mohammed Highway in Calabar Municipality to its permanent site at Ikot Enobo is still eliciting reactions from the public. This is coming from the market women who are protesting the government to allow them return to the market.
In every place in the world, you see that market is always on the roadside. So women were selling here. There was nothing happened. The next thing they put a notice that they have been driving women several times. And they are robbing people. Even day before yesterday, they robbed people there. Even yesterday, they still rob people there. And some of the women that did not have money to pay their shop there or whatever they call themselves, some of them, their goods in their house spoiling.
The market is said to have been illegally operational along the Murtala Mohammed Highway, as the state government had since 2007 relocated the market to Ikodenabo in a bid to promote the state's tourism drive.
Women in the market, instead of going to sell something right inside the market that they were giving to them, they came outside the road to sell. So government used their power to remove market there to the government, the new side. Government have removed the market, they have removed. Nobody can go and fight the government.
Efforts to speak with the leadership of Calabar Municipal Council on the matter was unsuccessful. However, security personnel in the area had ensured normalcy and calm return to the area. It is no longer news that the advent of mobile phones in Nigeria has opened up more business opportunities for Nigerians than most technological innovations. What is, however, becoming of more interest is how some young Nigerians are adapting to the ever-changing mobile phone technology to make ends meet through phone repairs. Clement Barikwi interacted with some of these youths in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, who are into phone repairs.
It's a trait that it lives inside you, you understand, till you go to death.
26-year-old Emmanuel has not gone through the four walls of the university. Only 6 months of apprenticeship in mobile phone repairs did the magic, and today, Emmanuel is a professional mobile phone technician, a trade that has put food on his table and helped him take care of his 2 siblings.
You cannot come out here and come and say, you no work today, or customer did not come, or customer did not bring work, you understand? Every day you go to work, people are bringing different kind of phones.
Depending on how God will bless you. If I want to analyze myself, I made up to 20,000 to 30,000 a day.
Under these umbrellas around Ibom Plaza in Uyo are talented young Nigerians who rather prefer staying here than going into an AC office for white-collar jobs.
Yeah, if they offer me the work, I will not do it. Yeah, I will still maintain my work.
Someone cannot just tell me leave phone business to government work, then I will go like that.
Like every other trade, the business of mobile phone repairs has its own challenges. The only major barrier standing between these young technicians and their goals is a central business area equipped with latest technologies.
Like the dream that we have in Akwa Ibom State to develop a science park here for us, I think it would have gone a long way and it would have reduced the level of poverty in the country.
If you are straightforward, you understand, and you have the equivalent tools to use and work, you have money.
There are so many tools that I don't have, which if I have it at place, it will help me a lot.
The obstacles notwithstanding, some mobile phone technicians have continued to give many Nigerians value for their money and reconnect them to their friends and family members. In Uyo, Clement Barikwi, Nta News.
And now to COVID-19 update. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control has confirmed 158 new cases of coronavirus in the country as of 31st January 2022. The statistic shows that Anambra topped the chart with 82 cases, followed by Lagos with 35 cases. Akwa Ibom has 13, Cross River 7, Kwara 6, Federal Capital Territory 5, Gombe and Kaduna recorded 3 cases each, Bayelsa 2, while Kano and Nasarawa recorded 1 case respectively. This brings the total number of confirmed cases of the pandemic to 253,181 cases, in which 229,315 persons have been treated and discharged. while 3,136 have died of the disease. Before we go, we'll take a quick look at some of the stories that made the headlines. To ensure transparency and show the direction of government, the Cross River State government has engaged the citizens on budget breakdown and analysis. President Muhammadu Buhari has pledged his commitment to hand over a strong, stable democracy and revamped armed and security forces to the next administration. We also told you that the Senate is considering a bill that seeks to regulate the mode of payment of rent on residential apartments in the Federal Capital Territory. Thank you so much for staying with us. You have a pleasant evening.